Motivation is the force that guides you to do what you do. This is the reason for all your actions. What you think, do, say, and act on, it's all inspiration and grew up somewhere. Have you ever had time to think about the source of everything you do? Not only do actions, but repetitive, motivated actions. When you have enough motivation, you are able to achieve your goals and achieve everything you set out to do. The word motivation is derived from the word motivation. Motivation can best be described as the real reason behind everyone's behavior. It should not be confused with the intention of his cousin. It is a completely different concept. Here is an example to help you understand the differences between motivation and intention. Justin, in his 30s, who has 2 children to feed him and a family to run himself, finds himself unemployed. Desperate, turns to stealing from others. One day, he intersects with a wealthy businessman carrying a large sum of money in this wallet. When Justin saw his chance, he pulled out a knife and arrows toward the man. In the above case, Justin intends to direct a knife to an antique businessman and steal his money. However, Justin's motivation is to feed his hungry children. Motivation is a greater group of intention. This is the true reason behind all of our work. So, in the example above, motivation can be defined almost as the actual cause or impulse that prompted Justin to take action and think about what he thinks. We can conclude that motivation is a large copy of intention that transcends our desires or our immediate desires. The origin of motivation has 2 theories: natural theory versus rational theory and content versus process theory. Let's take some time to explore both to get a better understanding of what each has to say about this. Natural theories versus rational theories. Nature has given man excellent survival instincts. Because of this, any actions we take, whether consciously or otherwise, ultimately aim to help us survive, or also known as making evolutionary pieces. On the other hand, through observation, skills and experience, we have achieved the power of rational thinking and the ability to make good decisions. These mind powers are not distributed evenly among the population. Not everyone has the same level when it comes to having rational central powers. Advocates of each theory argue that it is their claim that wins over the other. Nature, while providing us with our survival instincts, its application sought motivation. One's motives are derived from one's instinct for survival. On the other hand, advocates of rational theory claim that each person has their own set of skills depending on how well they work towards it. The motivation in such a scenario is derived from one's experiences and talents. Content versus treatment theories. The second theory is content versus process. From the idea that anything you see is the result of an input that was converted to the desired output through a set of actions. There is a specific process that involves the presence of anything that is the result of any kind. The stimulus, when viewed from a practical theory perspective, requires that there must be specific conditions for it to be manufactured. On the other hand, content theory argues that the conditions for successful industrialization of human motives depend on the situation and can vary from case to case. The type and amount of motivation that James generates or receives does not have to be the same type and amount of motivation that is created or received by Stephanie. They differ due to their source and the attitudes they dictate at birth, rather than their destination. Source of motivation. The truth of the motive is that it requires more than just telling yourself that you want to earn more money or that you want to accomplish a task so that you don't have to do it anymore. This is not a motive, but rather, it's the reasons for having to do it. Something or effect of achieving your goal. You cannot build your own motivation from these. You need a reason to rush behind to draw your true inspiration. You need it to be the fire that ignites you and gives you the passion you need to move forward, even in the face of challenges. Here are some of the most useful sources for improving your motivation. Family. Having a sense of family can be a source of intense motivation and is one that has taken root within our lives for centuries. The sense of honor and duty that you have to your family can lead you to achieve success in the goals that you have set out to accomplish. This sense of family is something that many people take to mean something tangible beyond anything else that could inspire them. The desire to leave a legacy that transcends yourself and that you can pass on to future generations is a strong motivating factor for many. A family is the kind of motivation that led to the building of empires and to the construction of large buildings and enterprises that have lived on long after the founders were gone. If you have a family that you love intensely, then this is a source of motivation that you might be seeking. Glory. Gaining glory is a profoundly personal desire that encompasses a lot of motivational sources that are within people. Perhaps you need to accomplish things in order to find validation that is lasting and powerful. If you are the kind of person that seeks praise and power for the accomplishments you've achieved, then glory might be an extremely powerful motivating factor for you. The heroes and warriors of old used to accomplish great things all in the name of glory. While wealth leads to pleasure and comfort, it is also something that fades. Glory, something that reflects back on you, is going to fill you with the sense of power and accomplishment that you crave. It is a personal motive and its drive to make your mark upon the world. If you are someone that wants your name to go down in history, then glory will be your motivator and the push you need to accomplish your goals. The cause. When it comes to making your mark upon the world, you aren't as interested in it being your name, but rather the name of the cause. Whether it's service to a nation, religion, or the ability to give back to the people of the world, that is your cause. Your cause is what you want to see elevated to glory, and it is something that you should embrace as a source of strength and power within your life. You are a vital part of your cause, and only you can provide it with the strength and expansion that's required to make it something that is truly beautiful, enduring, and powerful. Whatever your cause, make sure that you do it justice and that you continuously draw strength from it, and that it is your guiding light through the darkness. Once you've discovered your source of motivation, you need to figure out how to hold on to it. You need to find ways to avoid burning out so that you can keep your motivation strong and find success.